So what is motion to a machine? Take 2 frames of a video, a moment and the next, and measure how far each little piece of the picture moved between them. That's a motion field, a tiny arrow at every point. And this isn't drawn, it's measured, straight from the footage. Watch where the arrows gather, on the parts that actually moved, the kicking leg, the arm, while the still parts and the background stay quiet. Now stretch a grid over the frame, and bend it along that field. The mesh warps exactly where the motion is, the limb pulls, the rest holds still. And that's one way to make a picture move. Copy a field like this and bend the picture along it. But a machine that wants to move a picture doesn't track every single pixel. That's far too much. Instead, it finds just a handful of points that matter. It runs a small network, a detector, on the first frame. Out the bottom come heat maps, a bright blob wherever a joint probably is. Take the peak of each blob, and you have a key point, a shoulder, an elbow, a knee, landed right on the body. Then the exact same detector, the same weights, on the second frame. The blobs shift because the body has moved. Now there are key points in both frames, and the difference between them, that's the motion. Line the 2 up, the same detector, 2 frames, a skeleton in each. Subtract one from the other, and you get how each key point moved, a direction for everyone. And here's the crucial part. That direction can only exist because there were 2 frames. A single frozen photo has no motion in it. The second frame is what gives every arrow its direction. But a few arrows can't move a whole picture, so a second network, a U-net, takes that sparse motion and fills in the gaps, predicting a movement for every pixel. Out comes the dense field, drawn here as a deformation grid, and that grid is exactly what bends the picture into its next moment. But wait, nobody ever told this machine where a shoulder or a knee is, so how did it learn to find them? Here's the trick. From the source frame, the whole pipeline predicts what the next frame should look like. But we already have the real next frame. It's right there in the video. That's the answer. So compare the guess to the real thing. How far off was it? That gap is the error. And that error flows backward through every stage. The warp, the U-net, the key points, the detector, nudging each one to do a little better. Do that millions of times across millions of frames, and the key points settle onto real joints, the predictions sharpen, and nobody ever labelled a single one. The next frame was always the answer key.